Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is an extra video I decided to make today based upon questions that were asked during class today. So we're going to factor some quadratics, some more complex kind of polynomial expressions and so on. So take a look at number 7 here and notice how there's only 2 terms there, right? We have a k squared term, we have a k term, but there is no constant number there, is there? So hopefully through our practices we've learned we're not going to do parentheses on this one. Okay, we're going to just do a GCF factoring. So how do we do that again? Well, if we just break down 3k squared, does everybody agree 3k squared is a 3 times a k times a k? And let's go ahead and do the same thing with 30k. 30k, for example, is 3 times 10 times k. I could break down the 10 further into 2 times 5, but I won't need to, because does everybody agree that they both have a 3 in common and they both have a k in common? So my GCF, my greatest common factor, you see, is 3k. And finishing up the problem, I know 3k times k is 3k squared. I know I need a minus to get the minus. And I know 3k times 10 is 30k. So this is the factored form of our original problem. And what we did again is what we call our greatest common factor. That's what we did, greatest common factor factoring. So pause the video, guys, if you need to. Okay, so let's take a look at another one here. Now notice, guys, this is a classic case that we focused a lot on already. See how it's standard form. We got a v squared term. We got a v term. We got a constant number, right? Well, whenever we see that, we're going to use parentheses, right? We're going to do FOIL backwards, as some would say. But hold on a minute here. What I was trying to teach you in class as well is, just look at the numbers, guys. 6, 48, and 42. What do you notice about those 3 numbers? Well, hopefully you realize that all 3 of them have a GCF, greatest common factor, of 6. And so let's see what we have now. We have a v squared, because 6 times v squared is 6v squared, right? We have a minus 8v, because 6 times minus 8v is minus 48av. Again, watch your signs right there. Okay, watch those signs, all right? And then, of course, we have a plus 7, because 6 times 7 is 42. So now, right here, guys, we have it factored by GCF. But notice inside the parentheses here, which I'm highlighting green, I can factor that further using, as I call, parentheses or FOIL backwards. So couldn't we, for example, do v times v to get the v squared? Could we not do 7 times 1 to get the 7? Could we not do minus 7 minus 1 to get the minus 8v in this case? And let's not forget there's still that 6 in front. So this is the complete factored form of this. So notice we had to do a GCF and then we finally did a FOIL backwards on it. So pause the video if you need to. Okay, one more problem, guys. So again, as I explained in the last problem, see how I have standard form set up for us. I'm thinking FOIL backwards, right, using the parentheses. But is there a number, a GCF, we can do first? Well, let's see here. Now, I'm just going to go through, just kind of wing it in a way, guys. Does everybody agree they're all even? So couldn't I do 2 times and get 10x squared minus 96x plus 128? Again, guys, I went very fast, but 2 times 10 is 20. 2 times 96 is 192. 2 times 128 is 256. Okay, well, we could now factor this from there, but does everybody agree they're still even numbers, aren't they? So why don't we just factor out another 2? So what I have here in green is really a 2 times 5x squared plus 48x plus 64. Okay. And again, just in case I went too fast, 2 times 5, of course, is at 10. 2 times 48 is 96. Almost messed up. Guys, don't forget that's a minus there, right? See the minus 96 there. Ooh, good thing I caught that. And then finally, 2 times 64 is a positive 128. So before I go further, does everybody agree what I really have? Don't forget the 2 here. What I really have is 4 times 5x squared minus 48x plus 64. Now, follow the gold here, guys. But again, just to make sure you understand, I kind of did it in 2 steps. But does everybody agree 4 times 5 is 20? 4 times negative 48 is negative 192. 4 times 64 is 256. So if you saw the 4 here, in other words, to begin with, then you could have gone straight there, okay? But a lot of you guys would have just seen the 2, and then, like I showed you, you could do another 2, okay? But the key thing now, guys, is this right here, I still need to factor using FOIL backwards or parentheses. So I'm going to start out by going 5x times x. That's 5x squared, right? And I'm going to go ahead and do 8 times 8 for 64. Now let's see if this works. Isn't 8 times x 8x? Isn't 8 times 5x 40x? And if I add those together, I get 48. Now I need a negative, so both of them are going to be negative, right? Does everybody again agree? Follow the red, that a negative 40x with a negative 8x would give me negative 48x. So it worked. So that means I need a minus there to make the minus 8 happen. Minus there makes the minus 40 happen. Also, let's not forget there's a 4 that goes in front. So long story short, this right here, guys, is the complete factored form of our original expression. Now guys, I know there are points where I went a little fast. Please watch this video again. Rewind it, pause it. I know every one of you can do this with a little bit of more practice. All right, it just takes practice. So until next time, bye.